to do something a little different this year since he's new to us. All right, so I'm going to have you lay on the ground. Get your arms underneath you. Lay on your stomach. Lay down on your stomach. Yeah. Keep your arms under nice and tight. You refuse to put them out. So in law enforcement, when we're trying to prone cuff somebody and they're out on the streets, I'm trying to get his hands out so that I can put cuffs on him. Right now, the only way to do that is to strike him. Dig my knees into him. Take this baton and pull his arms out as much as possible. None of that looks good on all these video cameras. I just want him to put his hands out and be as safe as possible. I'm gonna tell him, put your hands out, put your hands out, put your hands out. Stop. There you go.
You gotta put your hands out.
He doesn't speak English, I'm sorry. My bad.
Los manos.
Next year I will learn some Spanish. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, you know what? We can do that.
I've seen that done before.
Okay, but here's what we're going to do. We're not going to talk tactics. We're going to make sure that we're explaining what we're doing, because this is a way to show that an officer can deal with two people at once if he had to. But we're gonna describe that. Jacob and Tate they want to do a little competition as far as stamina goes, but I really want to talk about what this glove can do for an officer when it comes to force options, and if you're dealing with multiple people in a crowd, how the CD3 technology can come to that officer's aid, because an officer may never know if someone's going to try to sneak up, attack them while they're dealing with an individual in front, and say that these guys maybe come in and want to do an attack on me, take something off my belt. I'm not going to have them charge in, because when we do these demos, this is just for these guys to feel the glove. So if you were to try to come in and grab my tool, you draw all I want to draw, my taser, and then we would go from there. But I would get you off my tool, and then we would go hands-on. So this is just a competition for these guys. I'm just going to have you hold your hand out just kind of like this, all right? So I think the best way for me to do that is I'm just going to say, glove on. This is willpower.
Okay.
Dang. Jacob, you've been tased before, right?
Okay, would you
about that.
Okay, these guys signed the waivers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do one thing now, which is what we would normally do. You guys will do it one more time?
Sure.
Okay, here's your competition.
There's not the hand.
Okay. Again, this is just a demonstration of the glove. This has nothing to do with law enforcement and how we would normally train or go about our business, all right? So if you want to start a timer, all right? So what I'm going to do is, normally when you arrest somebody, you would start cuffing them, and that's when they arrest. So you want to count 1001 on the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Okay? He's going there. That's all we need. All right? Would you comply with the officer with doing that?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. So you stand over here. So that was about 2 seconds, I would say. All right? All right. Are you ready? So I'm cuffing you, coming with me on the ground.
Okay.
All right. So again, there's nothing fancy about it. We're not trying to be fancy. We don't necessarily need the next viral video where people are flopping all over. What I want to do is win the day as an officer to distract you so I can get you cuffed, in compliance, and in custody. At the end of the day, these guys aren't screaming and we're yelling and all that. I just need to get you put away because you're causing trouble. So what are the optics on that when people see that at night? Everybody gets their phone out. I'm not swinging. I just stood there and say, get on the ground. Remember, this is just one glove, not two, and I use no combatives. This is just them standing against the glove. I add another glove and combatives. We're talking a whole nother story on these guys.
How about some just chemically enhanced?
You can be almost to the point of excited delirium and soaking wet in a pond, and this glove will take you.
That's how I wake up.
Yeah, there you go. How do you guys feel right now?
Fine now.
Okay. Now, okay. If I were an officer and I showed up, would you want to try to reach and grab anything off my belt? No. Okay. Would you want to take anything out of my hands? No. Here's the other thing, guys. When I'm wearing these gloves, I've just eliminated weapons confusion. I'll never confuse my belt or anything in it for anything that my hands. 2 independent tools, right? And I will tell you, I have not charged these gloves up the whole time we've been doing this. I can look in my LEDs here when I turn the glove on. It's still showing that I'm just about at 100% charge. These things, a fully charged glove will stimulate for 2 hours straight. It'll be in standby mode for 24 hours, and the charge lasts for months. We advise people to charge them up monthly. So, over 2,500 real-world uses, 0 officer injury, 0 subject injury. Next guy up.
Can you explain a little bit how the current doesn't go all the way through? It just goes back and forth?
It just goes back and forth between these contacts because my positive and my negative, the laws of physics will not let it go anywhere else because it has to go to the point of least resistance. So and it's going right here, cycling between the 2 contacts. That's the only place it's going to go. It's just elegantly simple. Good. You were here last year, weren't you? Didn't you stop by here last year?
Never seen a problem before.
Oh,
I
really?
avoided last year, thank you.
You what?
I avoided last year.
Okay. Oh yeah. They're kind of nutty around here with all the restrictions. Oh yeah, absolutely.
How do you with other conductors? Water? Or
It's not waterproof. It's one. Oh, sorry.
All right, Austin, you're here with Compliant Technologies today. We're going to show you how our E-band works. It's another device in our CD3 technology. This is used for prisoner transport, courtroom appearances. This band goes underneath the clothing so that if Austin was in court, sitting in a jury, waiting to hear what was going to happen, and he got angry and wanted to get up and rush the jury, I'll push the button and it's going to affect him, okay? So in this scenario, all I'm going to do is we're going to assume Austin's sitting in his car or sitting somewhere refusing to get up. I'm telling him to get up. He's refusing to get up. He's holding on the chair. He refuses to get up. I'm going to say, get out of the chair. Get out of the chair.
I take it he's going to comply.
I'm going to take it off.
Get that thing off me right now.
All right.
I think we just made you mute.
Austin complied.
I'm not sure. Do you have anything to say? Okay, good. All right.